Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. There is literally no change. We've seen a bit of up and down on the altcoin side today. The market is a little bit more friendly today than yesterday, but Bitcoin is just moving sideways. Overall, again, we're here on the 1 hour chart, but I'm zoomed out. So what can we see? We can still see that the trend is clearly up. We have come down here on the 10th of March, hit our support area, turned around. That was a really good confirmation that the trend indeed is up, because we moved up in 5 waves off the November lows. We came down in a corrective wave in a wave 2. Since then we've moved up again in 5 waves and came down in 3 and moved up again in 5 waves. And we might now be in a process of coming back in 3 waves again. So, you know, without messing too much around with the lower time frames, I want to zoom in as well and give you some ideas about the lower time frames. But please note that lower time frame wave counts, they are only to be understood as a bit of a roadmap, an idea how it can unfold, and certainly subject to frequent change. But what is more important, in my opinion, is to be aware of the invalidation points for the relevant scenarios, the pivot points, the tradable setups, and the key points above which I do not expect a wave 2 pullback anymore. So to give you an idea here, first of all, we have 2 scenarios looking at this whole thing. Yeah, zoomed out, we have the first scenario, and that shouldn't be a surprise because we've talked about those in the previous video as well, but I want to, there will be a bit of new information looking at the lower time frame. But yeah, we've got the wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside. That's the first scenario. And then based on that, we would now be in a 3rd wave rally. That could certainly take us to 35K plus. Okay. And in this scenario, in this 3rd wave, we've then done already the wave 1 and would come down in a wave 2 before we rally in another 3rd wave. So this is the wave 2 pullback that, in my opinion, is imminent. But we don't have to get it. Bitcoin has proven to be very resilient, to be honest here. It's holding very well. And if Bitcoin goes to the next 2 targets and breaks above the 2nd target, then I do not expect any more a pullback. Basically, we've then left it behind us, right? And we've had only a very, very, very shallow one. Sometimes crypto does this stuff, but we've had a lot of possible setups and entries on the altcoin side. Now with Bitcoin, if it breaks above, first of all, 29,050, now that's not a problem because that's only the next target to the upside, 29,050, then it would probably get also to 30,539. Only if we get above that level, I will assume we will not get this wave 2 pullback anymore. Okay, so that's important to understand. And that's generally the case. If we go above that level, the probabilities for a deeper pullback will reduce and we will probably take the 35K straight away. If we come down and get the pullback, as I said, at least I'd like to see 26,266 in this scenario. Yeah, that's the orange support area. This box goes down all the way to 24,939. If we go below that, then this 1-2-1-2 setup I've shown you is not working. Then it will probably be the 2nd scenario that assumes the whole thing here, the whole move of the 10th of March low was a wave 1 and we're coming back in a wave 2 pullback. That would be a naturally deeper pullback that should come down to 24,107, down to 21,551 in that range. Yeah. Below 21,551 or 21,550, this whole setup, yeah, and the uptrend as a whole will get challenged. But until then, bullish outcomes are preferred. Yeah, and that's pretty much what you need to know about Bitcoin in the very, very short term. For anybody who wants to know really the smallest waves, I've got a few ideas how this can be counted. But let me just actually take maybe the targets out. We've talked about them now. There are a few ideas I have here, how about, you know, how this can be labeled. So, I mean, we look at this as a 5-wave move to the upside here of the 15th of March low. I could move the 3rd here. I could move the 4th here. And then we've got the 5th wave top at here on the 17th of March at 27,860. This would then form a wave 1. And the move down was then an A wave. So basically like that. It's only an idea. I don't say this is, so I don't want to make it too, first of all, don't want to make it seem like this is definitely how it's going to unfold, but that would take it down most likely here into that region. Yeah. If we get that ABC, but then looking at the length of the A wave, hype of the B wave, we might not even get into that support area then. So just be aware of that. That's what I mean. If we go higher without getting into that region, at some point we will not get that pullback anymore. So it might just be a shallow one. That's just one idea I have. Yeah, and the other idea, and that's how I labeled it, is that this is the wave one. Yeah. So the different scenarios just in the short term, and always need to understand that these smaller wave counts, they can be floating quite a bit. But that's why it's so important to be aware of these key threshold levels. Yeah, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.